don't know. I mean, boys, they're just, sometimes they're kind of creepy.
Kind of creepy?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Renee's Coven, Renee's Corner, whatever you may want to call it. Yes, we're uploading a new video, a new YouTube video, and it's also going to be a little mukbang kind of because I'm on a time crunch. I have to leave very soon. I'm in a hotel room, if you can't tell. No real reason. None of your business. But I do have to leave in like an hour. So I was like, what will take up an hour of my time also with eating? Talking about Love Island. Because that's the only kind of media content that I've been consuming literally for the past month and a half. And I work a lot. My schedule is always around the clock. And I normally don't get off until like 11. So I don't really have time to film during the day. I literally run my errands during the day and then I go to work. So today I'm off and tomorrow I'm off. So I was like, let me just upload to my YouTube video because I know it hasn't been that long, but it's been quite some time and I haven't made a full Love Island video since, was it 2 years ago? I believe so. So we're here again because yes, we're still sticking through purgatory. Even though it's purgatory, we're still sticking through. We got some quick McDonald's. I was gonna go downstairs to get the lobby breakfast, but I didn't make it in time. I overslept. That was my fault. But we are now eating McDonald's. I had the DoorDash meal and a little McGriddle. None of your business, you don't care. But I just wanted to share my meal if you were wondering. 1 second. Jump cut galore, because I know I'm gonna have to like edit this so much. But I have watched all of Love Island up until literally the last episode. I haven't watched the newest episode to announce the winners, but I have watched the final four, which was episode 33, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just dive into mess. Let's just get into it. First and foremost, before we start talking about the characters in the show, you know how we do, I'm going to social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, hoopla, all that stuff, hooray. Follow me, like, scroll, peruse. I'm gonna try to get the food out the camera so you don't have to like see my food. But yeah. Okay. Like, comment, subscribe on those channels. I am currently dyeing my hair. Okay, quick tangent about that. I got green for my hair dye, but it wasn't the brand that I wanted because they didn't have the green in the Adore brand that I normally buy when I dye my hair. I had to use the Avatar brand, and that brand is trashy. But we're just gonna see how the results come out. I literally blow dried my hair, washed my hair, blow dried it, added it on this morning, and I'm just letting it sit and marinate, and I'm gonna like just probably put it in a ponytail just to let it air dry and stuff just for the rest of the day or whatever. I'll think about it. But that's none of your business. You don't really care. That was a side tangent. But that's why my hair is in a bonnet, because normally I'm not in a bonnet as much, but we are bonnet babbler this morning. It's now 10 o'clock. I only have like 2 hours, so I have to hurry up and film this. So let's just get right into the business. So, as we all know, first and foremost, this season has made me thoroughly most upset, even more than last season, because last season made me upset, and I didn't even want to record a reaction video to last season because of how much of discourse followed behind it. And if you watch my previous videos, you would hear me say that before. I didn't want to make a video on season 7 because of the Huda, Jeremiah, Chase and Ellie, like Ace himself, Amaya, like it was too much drama, too much parasocial relationship mixed in. I didn't want to be a part of that discourse. And I didn't want to get attacked online for my views. Okay? But this, we have to nip it in the bud because we're forgetting the plot. We're forgetting where the meat and potatoes really lie in Love Island. Love Island was a show based off women viewers, women voters. It's a female mass majority audience, okay? I'm not saying that men can't watch it. I'm not saying that men don't watch it. But as I said again, as follows, it's majority of, for female viewerships. It's a reality dating show. I'm so sorry. What what guy do you really know is going to sit around and care about Love Island? For real. Like, let's be serious. But, oh my God, that has to stop. But yes, you don't normally get male viewers, male opinions on the show. For some reason, Incel Red Pill Island has taken over. And I want to say, I believe this started as of last season because of the drama Ace brought on that season, because of how much he was orchestrating his manipulative red pill activities on that season. Those viewers have now conscripted their way into our kingdom, and they won't leave us alone. Now we have opinions coming out the wazoo about all these men, and it's not about the men. Yes, it's about finding love, and the women partnership in the love is with men, but it's not about the men. Let's be serious. Let's not act cliche. Let's not act nuanced. It's not about the men. But for some reason, the male viewers don't understand that. So let's just jump right into the characters, and I'm going to give my opinions on the couples and on all that stuff, ranking on the couples at the end. First, we're going to start with the boys.
This doesn't mean he's not capable of loving somebody.
First up is Charlie's brother, Zach. I have so many opinions on Zach. One, I feel like Zach is a scammer. I feel like Zach is only on this show to either prove he's better than Charlie, or two, to gain some type of security in his self. I feel like he's a little insecure. Now, I am not a therapist. I am not a psychologist. I am just a regular viewer who also has many issues amongst thyself. So I'm just saying how I feel as though this is coming off as a viewer. I know this is a reality. Disclaimer. I know this is a reality show, and I know that these are real people. So I'm gonna try not to get worked up and get upset and say disrespectful things to them, because I appreciate all the Islanders for coming out this summer and giving us good quality television, because it was way better than last season. Way better. So I'm gonna start there before I get started. Zach, I don't think that you are on here for love. Literally, I also think that you may be bi, and it's okay. It's okay. This is Bi Island. It's okay. It's okay to be bi. It's okay to, be anything but heterosexual. You are on here for the right reasons, though, and that's probably why. I don't know. These are my predictions. I haven't watched the last episode, but I don't think you're winning that 100K. I'm going to talk about Kata when I get to the girls, but I love Kata alone. I kind of think that they have cute moments. I just think Zach is nefarious. You literally kept giving all of these hypothetically imaginary scenarios to Kata about how, what if somebody else comes in and swoop me off my feet? What if somebody comes in and swoop you off your feet? Why are we thinking about possibilities that may not happen? And while you're doing that, no bombshells came in the villa. Only outside of Jen, Sol, and Kata, no other bombshells were allowed in the villa outside of the Casa Amor girls, and they're not considered bombshells. So outside of Jen and Sol, those were the last official bombshells. Who else is coming to sweep you off your feet? There's nobody else. So why aren't you automatically focusing and giving all your attention to Kata? Then you go along on Family Day and go on as to say, oh, all of this is about how Charlie was better than me growing up. I was secondary. And I'm just like, well, of course you're going to be secondary to your brother. He's your older brother. Your hormonal changes didn't hit you, baby, until college, high school, maybe. Zach, he's your older brother. He already had his puberty. Of course he's going to look a little better than you. Of course his Adam's apple is going to come in a little harder than yours. Of course he's going to get more female attention if you're going to the same school, because he's your older brother. I just don't get this competition between older sibling and younger sibling dynamic. Don't compare yourself with your sibling, because it's never going to be similar. I just think that he has this complexity of trying to outwin Charlie. And baby, let me tell you, you already done it. You've made it on this show far long enough as you did. You already won. You don't have to have this sibling rivalry with your brother. Next, but that's enough on him. I just think Zach is nefarious. I don't really like him individually. Him and Kata are kind of cute. Zach, you're messy as hell. You're messy. Think of a messiest bitch you know. It's the man. He literally nibbled and knibbled in Casey and Anaya's relationship. Literally persuaded Casey to go explore. Now, mind you, Casey's a grown man. He can explore if he wants to explore. But Zach, you fumbled in that. You fumbled in that. Then you first, before you fumbled in Casey and Anaya, you fumbled with Bryce and Trinity. And I think you want Bryce. I think it's because you want Bryce. All the touchy, huggy, humping, like he literally grabbed his groin on national television. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with your sexuality if you are bisexual. It's giving fraudulent and scammericious. Like, it's just giving fraudulent. Like, you're not on here for Kata. You're not on here. You don't even think you're on here for the money. It's either Fame or Bryce. Like, it's either one or the other. But that's Zach. Next is Caleb. Caleb, time was very short and sweet. He's very cute. Meh. He came in for Kenzie. Kenzie did all this hoopla for her, and she didn't even want him. Girl, he has an attraction for Mel. But it's like, you came in here for one person only, and that person didn't want you. Not wholeheartedly anyways. So your time was going to be very short to begin with because nobody else was in here looking for you. It was very sad on his dumping, but like I said, it wasn't giving, so he had to go eventually. I don't mind Caleb. I just do think him getting that 1.5 million followers before any of the other Mill Islanders, knowing with his chart facts that he didn't do anything, but probably make a hand motion that people keep reposting and trying to do crack ships with other people that are already in established couples. He didn't do anything. So I don't know the 1.5 million people following him. I don't know who they are. Could be bot. Could be paid. But I don't know. Next male Islander up. I'm gonna try to remember all of them. If I forget someone, excuse me, they weren't memorable for me to remember. Next male Islander is Gabriel. So Gabriel, he came on here. He did what he had to do. He came on and gave Whore Down. Let's be honest. He came on here hot and heavy on the scene. I think, Gabrielle, this is kind of the show for you because this is Sexy Freaky Frogs at the end of the day. But I think maybe you belong on Too Hot to Handle. I did think him and Bea were cute. But he literally was tugging down Soul and Jen 5 minutes after her dumping. So, or was that before she got dumped? But even after her dumping, he was still knacking it up with Jen. So, that was never her man. Maybe on the outside, they'll rekindle, but that was never her man. So, other than that, it's kind of given nothing burger. Don't really have many set issues about Gabriel, but he's a freaky frog. But this is the show for that. So I guess he did his thing. Moving right along. Next boy Islander is Corbin. So Corbin, ChatGPT, is a little that nickname is so funny. I'm sorry. Corbin is very interesting. He's how tall? 6 foot, 6 something from Miami. The typical Hotep. The typical ho boy. He was like every other light skin in this world. Every other 6 foot light skin ran through. ran through. But I do think Corbin is a little commendable. I don't think he's more ran through than Gabrielle. I'm sorry. Him and Parmita are good together for their own sense, but I do think that will crash and burn eventually because they're too full of themselves. It's not gonna meet in the middle dance all night. Somebody is gonna get full of it because they're full of themselves. So somebody's gonna get full of the other, and it's just gonna go out the window. But I do think that they have a cute connection. We'll see. Also, Corbin, you and Casey also had these podcast conversations throughout the villa. I didn't like any of that. Your comments on Melanie, but also wanting to be in a couple with Melanie. I don't know if you were doing that to save face. You were probably doing that to save face. It was cute. I was shipping Melanie and him, but I'm also aware of who you are. So it wasn't gonna sit by for too long for me. But I was kind of tapping my foot a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to the Melcat. I can't pronounce those ship names mixed together. But I was kind of tapping my foot to those ship edits. I was. But I knew Melanie was never going to give him her all because she was too focused on Sincere, and he was too focused on Kenzie. Because when the time came down to it, he was in a couple with Mel, but wrote his letter to Kenzie. Shackles. Corbin, you definitely were fetishized. I don't know why you didn't see how you were fetishized. All she talked about was how animalistic your connection was. She wanted you to run after her, chase her, lion and gazelle. Like, it was giving very much fantasy, fetishizing. So if that's what you were into, maybe that's what you wanted. Congratulations on your endeavors. But I just felt like that was a hot mess, you and Kenzie all together. And both of you causing that chaos and corruption in my villa, it shouldn't have went on that long. And both of you guys should have got booted out together as a couple, because both of you were booted out later on. You should have got booted out together as a couple, because that was nonsensical on my screen, and it went on for far too long. It was beginning to become Kenzie Island featured Corbin. I didn't like it. Corbin, the difference between Corbin and all the other guys, him and Gabrielle, are self-proclaimed whores. They're self-proclaimed cheaters. So we really can't knock a horse all down because they already did that themselves. So moving right along to the next. I think these next couple of boys are just straight up demons. Next up is Casey. Casey Undercover. OMG, what a wild ass ride. So let me first and foremost start off by saying I was rooting for Casey. At the beginning of the show, when him and Anaya coupled up, before even they were a couple and he was at that door alone. You're not the only one who brings it up, because I do to make fun of you. You were at that door alone. Mind you, I thought you were cute in that pink suit. I'm not even gonna knock it. Did I think you were looking like you were on your way to a repass? Yes. But you still look handsome. Casey is a handsome young man. But Casey is also nerdy, vanilla. Like he said it out of his own mouth. Nerdy, vanilla, and those stereotypes you have got to watch. You have got to keep your eye out for Selena. Because if you don't, if you let them conceive and trick and deceive you, they will. And that's exactly what he did. Casey came on this show with a mission, with a plan. I don't know what his plan, maybe it wasn't well thought through. Maybe it wasn't well thought through and planned out, but it was definitely a plan. It was definitely summing up before he got off that plane. Casey came on here with a purpose. He wanted to either embarrass a woman. I think he just wanted to go on there and embarrass a woman, or have a woman chase after him, which is kind of pretty much the same thing. Casey, so let's just run this down really quickly, because I just want to get an understanding. Have a sit down, please. Sit down in this chat. Okay, you got with Anaya. Cool. Cute black couple. It was kind of giving Serena and Cordell part 2. This is what I was giving in my head. Then you followed up out the blue. Mind you, I remember I was on the phone with a friend earlier, and I remember saying this. This was just literally out the blue. You remind me of my grandma / black women speech that you gave. This hoopla hoorah speech you gave about how, black women get the short end of the stick in the dating community. And yes, he was giving pointers. He was giving real pointers. But at the time, of said speech at the time, at the placement, you lost me. You definitely lost me, because I'm like, where, why? And I thought he lost to Naya too, because I was looking at her face and she was confused. Where did this come from? I think it was after either a challenge or a recoupling, one or the other. And you brought out this speech out the blue. Just literally thought, I don't know if it was pre-planned, pre-written, but you thought this out of your head just to say to her out of nowhere. And then you followed up with what? Followed up your protect all black women at all cost speech with what? Liking and wanting to commit to Soul. Does that match up with the speech you just gave? Soul is, I don't know her ethnicity. I don't know her race. I don't know her background, her heritage. I know that she's light skinned. And Anaya is dark skinned with black family members. So you do the math. You do the AB plus C. You do the math. You do the math, because it's not adding up to me, because you follow up your speech with behind, oh, my ex looked like Soul. I want to pursue Soul. And not even you want to pursue Soul. Anaya gave you the opportunity to go do that. If you feel like that connection could serve you, go. Don't limit yourself. And Anaya gave him plenty time and time after again. Don't limit your experience here, and I don't want to be a setback for your journey. He set up in her face, and I will link up tweets that will prove my claim. He set up in her face. You can go back and watch the same show we did. He set up in her face and literally told her, nothing's gonna make me turn my head. It's gonna be real hard for me to turn my head against our connection. Our connection is too strong. You're who I want. You're what I want. Telling all the other guys that's who he wants. Even Bryce chin checked him. Are you really interested in Anaya? Oh yeah. Real strong connection. And the one moment, the one chance you got to embarrass my sister, you showed your complete ass. Casa Moore, you couldn't explore Soul in the villa in front of her face. You had to wait until you were behind closed doors. That's why you gotta keep your eye out for Selena. You gotta keep your eye out for Selena, because if you don't, they will get you. They will get you in their web. You waited until you were behind closed doors to call her a grandma because she didn't want to hump you in those dry ass beds. National television. Your family, friends, amongst 1,000 millions of other people are watching. You're also sleeping next, you're literally military style, sleeping next to your other islanders. Who wants, even though y'all were fucking sucking and dry humping all up and down, who wants to do that? Anybody with unimaginable respect, who wants to really do that on camera? Especially as early as you guys as couples were. They were literally up until week, 3 or 4? Week 1 or 2 or 3? They were early couples. They were literally the beginning of the beginning of the month. Why would she want to fuck you when she doesn't know you? Why would she want to fuck you if she doesn't know you? I don't understand where we get in this narrative that, oh, this is Love Island, sexy freaky fox, is what they do. It's national television. It's not porn. If you want to do that, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else off of this island. All right. Yes, they do that on there already. I'm not blind. I'm not, but do that somewhere else. Anyways. After that, Casa Moore happened and you showed your ass in there. Talk shit about Anaya, said she's done. It's no coming back from that. All you've been doing is lifting her up, pouring life into her, pouring life. If that's you pouring life, she's well over and dead. No shade. If that's you pouring life, she's well over and suffocating. Because that was not pouring life in my far cease of imagination at all. All Anaya did was cry, ask you time and time again, because she knew her discernment, her mind was telling her, this is not your man. Anyways, you go into Casa Moore. A1, you get up with TT very quickly. You have your little go around with the girls and the little challenge. Okay, it was a challenge, do what you do. Then you literally also, it was a comment, I'm not going to say from where. I don't think it's really believable, but it's going to help prove my point. One of the Casa girls said that you were a little aggressive in that challenge as well. Meaning that you were putting your all overgoing and sexual activities to prove to these women that you're overgoing that, and that's what it was. Please, I don't want to hear, oh, it's a challenge, they were supposed to get the heart rate up. I don't want to hear it. Okay, thank you. Also, after that challenge, you coupled up with TT. TT is all the same reason everybody called Anaya emotional, called her turbulent, called her like she's off the radar, she's tripping, doing too much, she's literally just going off AWOL over him, crying, acting over emotional. TT was doing the exact same thing and worse. TT was over there literally about to lose her mind, all because Casey told her he was sleeping with Sydney. And let's trickle back to him asking Sydney to sleep with him. He said, and I quote, "With the handshake, let's get this money." And this is Love Island to you guys. And this is finding love to you guys. A man quoting "let's get this money" to someone else he wasn't even trying to couple up with. He already told the audience that he wanted to pursue TT. Then he goes to ask Sydney this. I guess you're exploring, Casey. Explore until you're blue in the face. But why didn't you explore with Mel? Why didn't you explore with Beatrice? Why didn't you explore with Soul even? Why didn't you ask to sleep with her in the bed in the main villa? It's because when you're behind closed doors, you get to having all this power. That's what he said. Oh, the girls in the girls back home in the villa don't know my power. They don't know my superpower. What's that superpower, Casey? Cowardice? Because that's what I'm saying. I'm saying a coward who can't even stand on his own fucking actions and his own fucking true feelings. If this is how you want to move, stand on it. Move like that, but don't be backtracking yourself and talking shit about your main couple in the main villa because she's not around you. Okay? That's what our problem with Casey was. Okay, so let's not misscrew the conversation on why we're actually upset with him. He was very dishonest, he was coward, and he wasn't being honest with Anaya and being up for it with her. He was sitting back there saying there's nothing that can make me pull away from this couple. But then once he got to Casa and a whole nother villa where Anaya wasn't even remotely in his distance, he disrespected her, disregarded her, treated her like garbage, said their connection was over, was banking on her getting kicked out because of his actions, and literally moved around like a little hot potato. Sleeping in the bed with Sydney, you didn't even want Sydney, talking about some let's win this money, doing all this fast-paced relationship with TT, and then you go on After Sun and say that, oh, it didn't feel organic with Anaya. I don't think it felt organic with TT. You moved very fucking fast. Yes, Love Island is fast, and that's the name of the game, to explore and move very fastly, but you moved very fucking fast with TT. You're literally girlfriend and boyfriend in week 1. Like, it's so crazy how the audience isn't either A, acknowledging Casey's actions because they're deluded, or they want to support his actions because they're just like him. I'm literally over all of this. I'm glad that he's kicked off the show. I'm glad that he was never going to touch that 100K, because America's seen how dishonest and how cowardice you were. You were never going to touch that 100K, Casey. I'm sorry. You were never going to win that money. And his face, when him and TT got booted off, him and her were giving Scammer down. You could see him analyzing his whole action in the villa. Him looking at Anaya, looking at Carl, be happy and win their place. You could see it. You could see it. You could see right through it. And if you can't, your discernment is so out of whack, because it was clear as day. It was clear as fucking day. Anaya's done. I'm done with Anaya. That connection is done. It's literally not looking good for her. And all the boys were confused, looking like, but didn't you? Yeah, very strange, isn't it? So if the male islanders in the show with him, who experienced these couples with him, were confused, why isn't the audience confused and questioning him? Why isn't the audience confused on his actions and fast-paced moving with TT and all these other girls? But then when it was with Anaya, it wasn't organic. I feel like I had to please her. I'm sorry. Are you the prize, or is Anaya the prize? Are you the passenger princess, or is Anaya the passenger princess? I'm a bit confused on who's supposed to apply the pressure here. Because yes, don't get me wrong, in a relationship 50-50, yes. But it wasn't giving that. And he wasn't reassuring her like he says. I'm sorry, it wasn't giving what he was giving. It wasn't giving what he said he was giving. It wasn't giving all of that, because you wasn't reassuring her that well. You were giving her fake fake Pinterest black woman quotes to try to uplift her. Oh, black women, powerful, black queen, black queen. And then you switched around and did everything but. Switched around and did everything but. And all your exes look like so, noticing. Anyways, I'm glad Casey's off my island. And the whole confusion, even in the villa, the whole confusion on why Naya was mad, them trying to pinpoint blame on her and say that, oh, she just wouldn't allow him to explore. It wasn't about him exploring shit. It wasn't about him exploring a damn thing. Obviously, clearly as day, he explored all he wanted. It was about him being forward and honest about how he wanted to explore. And instead, he was lying, using Anaya to win placement. Yes, he was using her to keep himself in the villa. Because if he wasn't reassuring her, called him reassuring her was literally every time he did it. Go back and watch those scenes. You could see it in his face. He wasn't believing shit he was saying. He was giggling, laughing, even look her in the eye while reassuring her. All this reassurance and you can't even look her in the face. Casey? You don't believe what you're saying. You don't believe what you're saying. You don't believe shit. That's why you were just keeping your placement in the villa so you can keep yourself in the game. And we saw it and you had to go. And I literally feel like I talked about him for 6 minutes straight. We have to move on. He was a scammer. He was a scammer, and I'm so glad that I was vindicated in the voting and he's out my villa. Him and his TT girl. Get out. Next villain up, Sincere. Let's all bow our heads and pray, because in this time, probably right now, 10:27 a.m. on my time. I don't know Central Time, East Central. I don't know what the rest is for you guys. Let's just bow our heads and pray really quickly. Sending a thought into the universe for Melanie. Mela, I love my sister, but this man. Literally, we saw Mela go through 5 stages of grief the whole entire summer because of Sincere. Even so, went through 3 stages of grief being in this villa. I know the pine was because of Sincere and Bryce. I know the pine was they were voting so majority of that pine. Sincere lied. We all know he's a liar. He's not sincere. He's literally the opposite of his name. I'm not even gonna get into my whole rant about his whole trickle in the villa, because we know what Sincere is. Everyone as a whole, as America's seen how Sincere was and how he was moving and how dishonest as a man in a relationship, as a partner, he is. The reason he made it to Final Four is because Mela is female favorite. So you need to be kissing her feet. You need to be showering the fucking ground she walks on, because she is literally your saving grace. Just like Anaya was KC's saving grace that he didn't want to admit because he thinks this is Incel Island. He thinks this is Red Pill Mill Island. No. These women are your saving grace. If you aren't going to cater to your relationship to your woman, you're out of here. Sincere play the game because he's a serial cheater. He knows, like, if he fucks up, he has to go make it up rapidly. And that's what he did. But I'm not going to get into reasons as to why I don't like Sincere. We all know why. Everyone. That Melanie probably will go down to more eventually turmoil and chaos out of this villa with him. They are cute together. I do think that they match each other very, very well, which is probably why it's harder for her to leave. I just pray for her in this relationship. Outside of this, that's just my thought. Moving right along. Next male is Bryce. I really don't have said issue with Bryce. I'm mutual with Bryce. I really just only like Trinity. Their couple, as the show ended and as it was progressing, their couple was cute. I like them together. He's a real yearner for sure. He really does like her. That's about it though. Nothing burger almost. They're cool. They gossip a lot. He's messy. Think of the messiest bitch you know. It's the man. He's messy as fuck. But he's being messy with Trinity, so, I'm here for it. I love their conversations. I love them together. I do think they're trying to give Alandria and Nick 2.0. I do think they're trying to give that, but I love Trinity, so If my sister is happy, I'm happy. Next male islander I'm gonna talk about. I'm trying to remember if I'm leaving anyone out. I don't know. Casa Boys, Dylan, Gaul,
Charge time.
all of those men, nothing burgers. Nothing burgers. I like Carl for Anaya. I kind of, y'all gonna hate me for this take, but I kind of get scammer vibes from Carl. But I do like Carl. I do think his affection with Anaya is kind of real. I am tapping my foot, and I am nodding and tapping my foot. So I do like them together. He at the beginning, he kind of gave scammer, but I like Carl. I like Carl. But all of these other Casa Boys, these other men, I really don't have a real opinion on them. They really weren't important enough for me to talk about. We're gonna go to our ladies. We're gonna go to the women's camp while we really hear the girls. Exactly. First up on our girls camp, we're gonna start with Kata. I love my New Hampshire queen. I love Kata. I think that she's very real, very upfront. I do think she's a lover girl down. Because, girl, you let your man do all this, and I know you think he's vibing with the homies, but this is too much. We have to open our eyes at some point, and we have to look defeat in the face and ask Zachary, who is it that you really want? Because I don't know how many times you can play around with this. I don't know how many times you can joke around with your homies like this. As a trans woman, I even don't see homosexual males and friends joke around this much. I'm sorry, but we have to look defeat in the face and ask Zach, what is it that you really truly want? This is exclusive thing. Everybody's on the same page, Kata, my girl. I'm so sorry that I was trying to hear you out, and I do get where she's coming from. As a female, I do get where she's coming from. She wants to wait until they're outside of the villa to see how he acts, to make sure that she wants to lock it down with him. Right now, the title is just in the air. It's just in the air. But she wants to see how his actions will proceed. Girl, if this is the like mental gymnastics you have to go through to prove that he could potentially be your boyfriend, girl, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just be together. Just like Trinity said it. She said it in a in a weird non-confrontational way. But just say you're together. Because like you've been together literally almost up until since day one. Literally both of you guys have been locked and coupled up for the longest. What are we waiting for? Love me like you do. Like, come on, like let's just get on with it. And I think that's where Trinity was going for, but it was just said differently. And Kata, like let's just get down to the meat and potatoes. Get rid of this exclusive shit and just get with him if you're gonna be with him. I love her though. At first, her and Melanie's tit for tat, that was so funny. That was so a while ago, but it was just very funny how like they were two Spider-Mans looking at each other, because they are literally two sides of the same coin. Two different sides of the same coin. They're so funny. I love them. I love the girls' friendship together. I do think as the show progressed on, this is why I say Kate is a lover girl. She focused mainly on her and Zach's connection, which is, this is Love Island, do as you please. Excuse me. I do feel like she has focused on her and Zach's connection more, because when the girls were all celebrating about Melanie making it to the final four, I know she was more considered about her own relationship, but she wasn't looking too good. It wasn't looking like she wasn't excited for her friend. And I know their relationship is good, but I was just waiting for her to join in into the celebration as well. But I'm not going to be bitter about it. I'm going to watch the last season and see how everything wraps up. But I'm sure they're all still good friends. Next woman up in the villa is Anaya Harvey, my queen, my girl forever. I will die on this hill. All of you bitches are haters. All of you bitches are haters because she has an NBA father. She comes from a suburban background, but she's not confused in her culture. She has black friends. She has black exes. Stop playing in her face, calling her insecure. You don't know her. You don't know her. Stop talking shit. Like, stop saying bitches' names. Like, please. I love Anaya. Since day one, I was like, this is gonna be my girl. I'm gonna have to fight tooth and nail for her. Because these bitches got her fucked up. The Casey, we already talked about how low down and dirty Casey of a devil he is. Anaya, you have to really stand strong in your discernment. And this is just not with men. This is with your friends as well. Because your mother even said it. You have to be up and honest with your friends. With everyone. Because, like, you know. In your mind, in your heart, you know. You're just not allowing yourself to say it and believe it. We have to do better, my girl. We have to do better. Other than that, she had a good run. Outside of Casey Undercover, she had a good run. I'm glad my girl got the man of her dreams. I'm glad that she's getting showered and pampered and courted like a real queen's supposed to. Thank you. I'm just so happy for my sister. I just hope her post Villa run is going to be amazing. Let's get my girl to 1 million followers. Let's do it, and let's do it fast. Let's do it. I'm not going to compare following, so I don't really care. And I'm glad that Melanie and Trinity got theirs. I wanted them to get theirs. But let's get a night. She better have it by the time a week is after the post Villa. Like, let's have it up. Let's have it up in the physique. Let's get her in runway. Let's get her in some photo shoots. Let's get it, and let's get it fast. That's my girl, gorgeous gowns. I love her gown. There's nothing else really much to say. I loved her and I love everything about her. I really, like, as I said, I really just think like she needs to just stand firm in her discernment. But every female has that issue, even I. Moving right along, big trend. Pledge of allegiance to my sis. I love Trinity. I feel like she was the real as fuck. Her being a Libra was so relatable, Cody, because my older sister is a Libra. And I really think that's why I kind of connected with Trinity. Like, over screen, I kind of feel like, you know, we see each other. And me being an Aquarius sign, I do feel like Libra and Aquarius are two different sides of the same coin, in a sense. So I feel like I was gonna always see eye to eye with Trin. Her aesthetic on her Instagram is so cutesy. She is cutesy. The concealer in the hair. She's so just creative and outgoing and so bubbly. I love that. I love my girl Trinity. And I honestly, my predictions, I hope she won. I hope Brinity won. But enough. No bad thoughts. All good positive. And I was vindicated in that. Thank you. And next girl I want to speak about is my girl Mela. This is my queen. This is when I seen the Give Me 10, actually when I seen her walk in, I was like, oh, this is my sis. But the Give Me 10, I knew I had to die on this hill as well. Because you girls were trying to give my sister the Huda effect. You people were trying to give her the Huda effect, make her feel like she's a crash out, make her feel like she's crazy, because she knew Sincere was insincere. And you guys tried to make my girl feel crazy. You tried to call her, oh, she's not mentally stable. All these think pieces about her insecurities because she was a plus size model that she's not insecure about, because she has her up-to-date plus size photographs all over her Instagram feed and all over the fucking internet. There's nothing to be insecure about. She's beautiful in and out. Thank you. Let's just dead these think pieces tonight, right now, yesterday, as really, because like the only people insecure are the viewers saying that. Okay, let's just dead this on arrival before I get heated, because I will go all day and night with you guys about this. Don't speak about Mela in any disrespectful content. I really felt for her on Family Day. I really felt for her the entirety of the show. My girl was really one of the laughing stocks of this show. Really was, because they treated my sis like this season was really endeavored. Like, it was, the viewership was really like based on women's pain. It really was a field on women's pain. And I didn't like how Melanie and Anaya were like the blueprint because of that. I didn't like that. And because of that, I hope they won first or second place. And I'll talk about my predictions, but I really hope my girls all up to 1, 2, and 3. Thank you. Next, female islander I'm going to speak about is Kenzie. I actually do like Kenzie at the end. I really did grow to like Kenzie as the show progressed. Getting her and Jen was giving clan meetings. I'm not gonna lie. The fetishizing over black men in this show was giving much Kenzie Island in the beginning. She was getting all of what she wanted. The producers were sending in men specifically for her. And they kind of still did. But she got her man at the end. She did her splits every day. I actually do like Kenzie. She's a dog. Kenzie's a female dog. And I feel like we need more women like that. We need more women in men fields. Because if we're not gonna do it to vindicate ourselves, who is gonna do it for us? You know what I'm saying? So I really don't knock Kenzie for her being like that in that aspect, but everything before, like her relationship with Mela in the beginning, girl, I was side-eyeing you heavenly. Like, actually, I was like, really like, girl. But I like Kenzie. Gorgeous gowns. Next girl up is Jen, really quickly. She short-lived, but she's real. She's real as fuck. Next girl, Beatrice. I wanted to like you so bad, my darling, but you are not a girl's girl. And this one-sided beef you have with Melanie, let's go heal. And then you're outside, posted up. You're week 3 dumping, early dumping, and you're posted up with the Casa Amor dumpings. The wanting of relevancy on this is really shocking me. So Chop. Next, Amora Chop as well. She's a scammer. She's actually lesbian. We knew that. And her giving her manifestos in the mirror. I see you for who you are. She's funny though. Gorgeous girl, but she's a scammer. Next up, next girl I want to speak about. I can't really remember any other. Parmita. Girl, I ain't rocking with it. I'm sorry. I'm not rocking with it. I'm just not rocking with it. Next, girl, I'm trying to rapidly speed through this because I'm going to be down to an hour left before I have to leave and I have to edit this. But I think TT. I'm just so glad you and Casey are off this show. I'm so glad that you guys can go enjoy each other. As she was on the show, all of her business is about how she was with these male streamers every Friday, every 3 to 4 business day. It was giving clout chaser. And I also do think TT is a scammer as well. Her and Casey being very fast paced and very being like locked in so quickly. Good luck to you both. And I think, honestly, trying to think if I'm missing anyone. I did my big 4. I don't really know anyone else. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give my Love Island predictions and my favorite couples. I predict Trinity and Bryce for the win. Melanie and it's a real tie between Melanie and Anaya for second place. But if I'm gonna go off what I know as a viewer and what I've seen throughout this whole show, I think they're gonna make Melanie and Sincere second place, and then Anaya and Carl third. Kata and Zach is gonna be fourth because Zach is a vindictive witch. Other than that, my favorite couples are as followed: Bryce and Trinity, Anaya and Carl, Melanie and Melanie, and Kata and Kata. Smiles. So this season altogether, put together, my initial thoughts on this season as a whole, it was better than last season. The casting was better than last season. It definitely gave more season 6 vibes, if anything. I just need the producers to stop casting these men. Do your research when you get these men. Make sure they're on here for pure intentions only. I'm getting too many red pills, I'm getting too many scammers, and I'm getting too many freaked out frogs. They can be freaky, not this freaked out, okay? Let's French fry all of this, be fucking for real. But other than that, like, I also rest in peace to the producer. I think he was a music producer in the show. One of the producers has passed away while filming on set. I sending prayers and condolences to the family, to the Love Island cast and crew. And may his soul rest in peace. Other than that, this show, I hope all the male viewerships that have gained from season 7 because of Ace and because of all of this, let's get them out of here by tonight. As the show is over, they better not be here next season. I don't want to see no intake on Love Island from a heterosexual male ever again. Let's get them out of here and let's not have this next season, okay? All right, okay. Those are my views and my thoughts on Love Island and the cast and crew. Core 4 forever and always. You bitches can go to hell. And thank you. Like and subscribe. Give me your opinions. Give me your initial thoughts on the Islanders and who you wanted to win and what your predictions were. And just let me know. You just have a little chit chat in the comments if you want. Like, follow, subscribe on all my social media. I'm gonna link them again. And I have fun. Despite the men and their foolery. They're gonna always have it. I have fun. So, see you guys next season.